Welcome to another episode of Fooling Yourself for Greatness. So today is day 5 and another awesome freaking day. So today I want to talk a little bit about how things are going so far, 5 days in. And I'm also going to talk about what we need to do with negativity, doubt, fear. So, gosh, 5 days in, every day is just amazing. I feel amped up all the freaking time. So there's a few things that have been happening a little bit in the beginning, but more and more as I go on. And it's truly amazing. So as time has gone on, in the beginning, I'm just thinking positive thoughts. I'm trying to think I'm trying to picture my $1 million life in 5 years from now, because I'm the kind of guy, when my head hits the pillow, I'm out like a light. So the last 2 nights in a row, I can't even sleep. I got so much going through my head that I can't even. I'm so excited. It's like a kid before Christmas. Santa Claus is coming, and I can't sleep. So, it's awesome. So I've noticed that as I'm sitting there thinking, instead of sitting there thinking about, oh, this guy, what's with this guy, or like, I'm driving down the street and instead of thinking like, why doesn't he get over in the next lane? Why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he do that? Or, I'm doing this, or, gosh, that's so annoying. Whatever. What I would normally be thinking, or, I'm hungry, whatever. My mind is just filled with creativity and excitement and how I can achieve this and that, how I can better myself. I start thinking about how can I improve my communication, how can I be more confident, how can I do this, what can I do to get closer to my $1 million. And I just have all this stuff going and going and going, and it won't stop. And I've noticed that at certain times when I'm doing this, it in the beginning it comes in stages, but the stages are beginning to last longer. So in the beginning, the first yesterday, the day before, I would get in these thoughts, and I would get in these stages where my mind would go into this higher realm of like. So what was I saying is, in the first couple days when I decided to do this, I realized that like I would be thinking about stuff, and I would have all this stuff going through my mind, and I would go into these like phases where I absolutely, without a doubt, I know that I was tapping into the upper frequencies of my mind. Like I was tapping into a resource in my mind, places in my mind that I've never quite got to before, or maybe occasionally here and there. But as time goes on, I'm in that more often. So in the beginning, I would tap into it, and I'd be talking to somebody, and I'd be getting excited about it, and all these thoughts and just ideas and everything would be just flowing out of my head uncontrollably. And then after that, I would get done and I would be exhausted. My mind would be like I just used all the energy that I had. And it was it was amazing. Well, now the time's coming, and it's like becoming more of a normal type of impulse or something like that. Like these thoughts and ideas are just coming more and more, and I feel myself, I'm figuring out how to get myself into that upper frequency in my mind, or the next accessing abilities in my mind that I've never really understood how to control yet. So every time that I tap into this, I'm getting these ideas, I'm getting these of every part of my life, and just every section of how I can be better, how I can be more successful, how I'm going to get to my $1 million, how I'm going to improve myself. And it's like a motor that once you get turning, you can be turned off. And that's why we're here, because we don't want to turn off this motor. We want to keep this motor going, and we want to spool up the turbo, if you will. I don't know if you're a car guy like I am, but let's spool up the turbo. We want to get going faster. We want to be more productive. We want to be more prosperous. We want to get to our goal faster with more enthusiasm. And there's one huge thing that's going to stop you from that. And that one thing is negativity. So what we're talking about here, we're talking about fear. We're talking about doubt. And we're talking about guilt. Anything that's going to stop you, anything that your subconscious mind is going to tell you to stop you in your tracks from what you're doing. Sidetrack, sorry. I got kids. They come in the door and you got to give them their time. Anyway, so back to what we're talking about. There's one thing that is going to make you lose your focus, is going to bring all your dreams of prosperity, is going to destroy, just shred your chart and make you default on your contract. That is, like we talked about, fear, guilt, doubt. Those have to be gone out of our mind. And they're not going to go away on their own. They're not going to go away immediately. You have to work towards it. So I after hearing a lot of videos, watching a lot of stuff that explains how to do this, I've come up with my own formula. You come up with your own formula. Everyone's mind is different. Everyone's got a different idea of what will work. There's no real magic formula. It's whatever works best for you. And I'm going to tell you what works best for me. You go on YouTube, you find videos, you find some of the amazing infinite resources that are out there to help you find what you need to find so you can create your own. But I'm going to tell you how I get rid of mine. And this is coming from a guy that's been, there's been a lot of negativity in my mind. There's been a lot of doubt and a lot of fear. I'm telling you, my life would be totally different if I had not allowed my fear and my doubt to get to me. I went through a full-time police academy, and I was a police officer, but I let my doubt and my fears and insecurities destroy that whole dream for me. And never again am I going to allow that to happen. So here's what I do. You are welcome to use it. If you don't like it, come up with your own your own method, brand, flavor, whatever you want to call it. This is mine, and this is what works for me. So when you are dreaming of, I'm going to be a millionaire in 5 years, when you're thinking about the awesome cars you're going to drive, when you think about the amazing life you're going to have, when you think about all the time you're going to have to just stop and just go to fly to Paris, go, charter a ship to take you out for a week, to sail to Hawaii, whatever you want to do. There's going to be these little trolls in your mind that are going to come up and say, well, I know in the past we failed, so we're going to fail. There's going to be those things that say, oh, well, if you're successful, then, you're going to owe so much in taxes. How are you going to pay the tax? Oh, when you're successful, you're going to have so much to lose. Oh, when you're successful, there's going to be so many people that are going to dislike you, or I have to feel guilty because they're not successful, now I am. And people are not going to like me. What about, it's all gone. So this is how I do it. I think about positivity. I think about what I'm going to do to get me to my $1 million. I think about what I'm going to enjoy. And as those things come up, what about, I'm going to have to face my fears and do public speaking, or I'm going to have to talk to people. I'm going to have to do this. I take that. So if it's a scenario where you're thinking in your head, I'm going to do this, and you're picturing, you're visualizing, and you visualize doing something, and all of a sudden your little troll kicks in your mind and says, oh, well, start thinking about, oh, well, I'm going to trip up. I'm not going to be able to speak clearly. I'm going to look like an idiot. And then they're going to walk away. If you leave that as your last image in your mind, that's what's going to stick. So do what I do. Here we go. I take that image. It doesn't have to be an image, but this is what I'm talking about particularly. If it is a thought, if it is a picture of negativity, whatever it is, you take it, you encompass it in a little circle in your mind. Whether it's a playing video, whether it's a picture of something negative, whether it's a negative word, everybody associates to different words, actions, whatever. You take it and you put it in this little bubble in your mind. And you put a huge X through it in your bubble, in your mind. Like spray paint, marker, whatever, a huge X through it. Then I take it, at that time, in my mind, it's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper with the picture on it, with the X through it. And then I take it over. I'm in this little room. It's got white walls. It's just this plain little room. And it's got a shredder in the middle of the room. And I take it and I put it in that shredder. And I see every little piece coming out the other side. All these little teeny tiny pieces going into this little wastebasket. And then on the other side of the room, there's a full of fire going. And I take that wastebasket and I pour all those little pieces right in the fire. And then I take the water and I put the fire out and there's nothing left. That negativity is gone. And you know what? You have to do this every single negative thought, every time. And then, so this is, that gets rid of the negative, but you have to go back and you have to redo the positive. So whatever was negative, you have to go back. Whatever visualization, whatever video you were playing in your mind where it got destroyed by the negativity, you go back, you start that video from the beginning and you play it through successfully where you do everything perfect. You hit your mark just like you should hit your mark. You do everything perfectly and you come out with it, with the end result being happy and exciting and successful, and you just achieved your goal. So don't underestimate this. This is huge. This is important, especially if you're like me. Some people are going to be better than others. Some people are going to have an easier time than others. But if you allow yourself to fail, it will be because you let the negative emotions get in your head. Either you control your mind or your mind will control you. Okay? Get on it. Let's do this. Let's be rich. Let's be a millionaire in 5 years. I'm on my way. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I don't have many followers yet, and I'm not surprised, but it's going to happen. Someday, people are going to be looking at these videos, and they're going to say, whoa, dude, look at what this guy did. This is amazing. Someday, this video is going to have 10 million views. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's going to happen. So like and subscribe, and you'll be one of the first people that are going to get to like and subscribe to this. People are going to look back and say, oh, look at that guy. And I'll bet that guy's super successful. Like, subscribe, leave comments. Give me your advice. Give me your thoughts. Save your negativity. Take it somewhere else. I don't care. I'll just, I'll probably just delete it or discount or whatever. No more negativity for me. So if you want to be a productive help to me and give me some advice, give me some guidance, business opportunity, whatever it is, you got an awesome job for me? Okay, cool. Let's talk about it. Let's get together. Let's collaborate how we're going to be millionaires. And thanks for watching. I'm so excited to see you tomorrow, and I'm excited for another day. I'm excited for tomorrow to be the best day of my entire life.